Reading 3. The Black Death. Some call it history's worst mass murderer. Known as Black Death, this plague took hold in Sicily, an island that's part of Italy, in 1347 and went on to kill 25 million Europeans in just 5 years. Outbreaks of Black Death, which got its name from the black boils that appeared on victims' bodies, continued to crop up throughout Europe for the next 300 years. How did the plague spread so widely? People fled their homes to escape it and took the disease with them. But towns struck by plague also discovered a means to stop its spread by quarantining or separating the victims from everyone else for 40 days. In your third reading, a science feature, you'll learn more about Black Death and its horrifying effects.
Reading 3. The Black Death. The Black Death killed 25 million people. Find out how this disease spread through an entire continent. The plague arrives. It started in Sicily in 1347. A ship docked in the town of Messina. But this ship was unlike any other. It was a ship of death. A mysterious illness had seized the crew. Many of them were already dead. The townspeople tried to turn the ship away, but it was too late. Rats scurried off the ship and into the streets of Messina. The bubonic plague, or Black Death, had arrived. First, people in Messina started dying. Then the disease spread rapidly throughout Europe. Soon, millions of people were dying from the plague. At one point, 500 people a day died in Pisa, Italy. Nearly 800 people a day died in Paris, France. Fighting off death. With so many people getting sick and dying, families were torn apart. People fled their homes. Husbands left their wives. Parents abandoned their sick children. Soon there were too many bodies to bury. Corpses were stacked high in graveyards. Ditches overflowed with the dead. Bodies piled up in the streets. People thought it was the end of the world. For 5 years, the Black Death swept through Europe. Historians estimate that it killed 25 million people. It had a bigger impact than any other disease in history. Today we know that the plague was carried by rats. The rats had fleas that bit people and infected them. But back then, no one knew how the plague was spread. There was no cure for it.